This is a video of Steph Curry making 105 three-pointers in a row. If that's not getting in the zone, I don't know what is. So how did he do it? There's actually a formula to getting in the zone. The first part is preparation. You may think his shooting ability is talent or genetics, but it's a little known fact that Steph Curry was actually a terrible shooter growing up.
I had a terrible, ugly catapult shot from the time I was 14 because I wasn't strong enough to shoot over my head.
But it's actually because he grew up being a terrible shooter that he became the greatest shooter of all time. Let me explain. If you're that bad of a shooter, how many more shots do you have to take to become just as good as someone who's talented? And since you're so used to having that work ethic, you're going to be able to eventually pass up the person who's talented. So while he may have broke the NBA all-time three-point record, you may just say he's gifted, but I'm willing to bet that he practiced more three-pointers than pretty much anybody in the NBA. This is what he said after the NBA three-point record.
It all goes back to how many shots that have I shot in my life to have that moment.
For you to get in the zone, you must first put in the work to develop a certain skill to get in the zone. If I've never practiced three-pointers, it's going to be impossible for me to get in the zone and make 100 three-pointers in a row like he did. That's why the first part of the formula is to prepare, to put in the hours to perform. But even with the best preparation, Curry could still get distracted, which would take him away from getting into the zone. That's why the second part of the formula is presence, being in the present moment.
From the time I plant to the time I release, and there's zero thought in that motion.
For Curry to make 105 three-pointers in a row, he couldn't have been thinking about what he was going to have for dinner or that he forgot to do his laundry. He was locked into the task at hand. Now, being present is a skill in its own, so if you want me to make a video about that, then let me know, but you really just have to practice it. Curry does these three-point challenges often where after practice, he challenges himself to make a certain amount of three-pointers. By doing this often, he's able to really build the skill and strengthen the muscle of being in the present moment. And you can do the same thing. In your sport, give yourself challenges where you have to really focus and be in the present to complete it. And that'll help you build that skill. So all in all, the formula to be in the zone is preparation plus presence. To make it easier to remember, you can call it the P rule. Preparation plus presence equals peak performance.